Hey, what's up, guys? Um, I have had a really bad week, so I am treating myself to some hot chocolate in my Christmas mug because lately I have been feeling the pressure of Christmas soon getting around the corner, and I had planned to stitch some Christmas presents, and I haven't even started them yet, so I should get going on that. So, how's your week been? It is Friday the 24th of August. It is only 1 week left of my It's only 1 week left of August, and that also means it's only 1 week until my birthday. So for my birthday, I am doing a sale. I will start the Stargazer by Mirabilia. If you have that in your stash and want to start it, please join. If you already have it started, please join and stitch on it. And if you just want to start a Mirabilia, do that. Or just stitch on a Mirabilia for my birthday. And if you do not have a Mirabilia or don't want to stitch on it, then stitch on something cute. I know Heather from Link is My Homeboy and Adele from Delicate Stitches are gonna stitch the Haunted Mansion sale, so I will also try to get a few stitches in on my Haunted Mansion sale for that day. So the hashtag is RMBDaySale. I will link it below and make a hashtag. So please join me for that. My birthday is 31st of August. So hope that will be fun. As I said, my week has been bad, so if you do not want to hear life update, then just jump a little bit ahead and you will come to my whips. My week started with me on Thursday managing to break my toe. Yep, that happened. I was going out of a thing I was in, and when I stepped out of that thing, I fell very hard on my foot, and at the same time I landed with my big toe over the toe beside, and the toe that went under the big toe broke. So I have a little fracture in the toe, but that was just a itsy bitsy tiny fracture. So Wednesday morning I woke up to the fact that my doctor had got a message from the hospital, because I were at the hospital and taking x-rays of the foot on Thursday. So my doctor said that there is most likely a fracture in the joint in the toe also, on top of the already broken toe. So yesterday, on Tuesday, I had to go to the doctor's, and she was looking at my toe, and when I described the pain and how it feels weird to step on my toe because there is like a lump underneath the toe, that isn't supposed to be there and it's painful to walk on. She then concluded with, I have a broken toe joint. So yeah, that happened. So it's been a really bad week. In reality, it has been a really bad month, and I feel it getting me down because it's my birthday month. It's supposed to be my month. It's supposed to be fun, and so far it haven't been. But fingers crossed that this last week will be awesome. So that was my life update. So in this clip I will most likely sit a little bit weird because I am having my foot held up high on the couch, because if I sit with my foot down for too long, like 10 minutes, then it's really starting to hurt and ache. So if I look like I am struggling a little bit, it's because my foot is sitting in a weird way for me to get everything I need. But I hope it will be fine. So that was a mini marshmallow and it tastes good. Let's go over to what you all are here for. My whips. Limited stitching because of the toe. But let's start with arbitrary August. Last time I said I don't know how much longer I will continue. So I did continue to spin the wheel almost one more week. So the 21st was the last day I did spin for Tiny Decisions. So I had 3 weeks arbitrary August, but I have not gotten to stitch everything that I did spin. So I will show you what I have worked on. So first up, the Winter Queen came up, but I didn't stitch on it that day because it was the Friday where I filmed my last floss tube. And I didn't get much stitchy time. Normally I don't, so I usually only stitch on my curious huggable on Fridays. On Saturday, I did spin my temperature garden. So I worked just a teensy tiny bit on this one. And the reason why is I got really down about the fact the website I had used to get my temperatures from suddenly was down. It didn't show, so I don't know where I can get the temperatures. I will have to check back to see if it's up, that it was just a maintenance thing that did it. But if not, this may, I don't know what to do with it. If you have any ideas, if I can't get the temperatures, what to do, because I have a little clue of how the temperature was, but not that much. So yeah, so there's that. Then I did spin the Be Inspired, but I didn't stitch on that on Sunday. I don't remember why, but I think I was busy with something. so I only stitched on my curious huggable that day. Monday, now I'm totally lost in the days. That was Saturday, Friday. So Monday it chose the Final Fantasy 7. I didn't stitch on it that day, but I did stitch on it another day. And instead I stitched on my Winter Queen. And I did get a whole lot of progress done. This is what she will look like on the side there. So you see I have gotten big parts of this done. So I'm slowly working my way down to the bottom of her dress. And I think I did almost everything from here and down. It was insane how much I did get done. So really enjoying her, so looking forward to getting back to normal and hopefully get a good rotation in on my Winter Queen. And she also may be stitched this weekend because it's a new Stitchathon weekend starting today. So since I did not stitch on my Final Fantasy on Monday, I had on Thursday, I had some time before leaving to the center I'm on, where I train. So I did stitch on my curious huggable earlier in the day, and then most of my day went to going to the doctor's on an emergency appointment where she found out that the toe had to be inspected more. So I got sent to the hospital to take x-rays and go to the emergency place in the hospital to have some doctors look at the toe, where they found out it was broken. So I came home, it was late, I wasn't feeling so good, so I sat down to stitch a little bit, and then I just chose my Final Fantasy 7 because I know that where I was a fairly easy pattern to stitch on. So you can see I finished Red X. That's just what I call him. I know his name is like, oh my, Nanaki or something like that. I've totally forgotten now. And if it hadn't been for me already having done a mistake on Vincent, he would also be done, but he's very close to being done. But I have basically made everything that was black one row too long down, and I couldn't touch it because it would look weird with his feet being much longer down than everyone else on the row. So that's where I am on that. So almost 4 characters finished, 6 more to go. And that day my wheel spun the Alice sleeping on a clock. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it has something to say about my plans going forward. So I think that was the last day of, I think Thursday was the 21st, if I'm not wrong. So Wednesday I was feeling even worse. So, and I tried to stitch, and my head, I was aching so much I couldn't concentrate. So I ended up sitting down watching TV all day with my foot up high on the couch with my stitching beside me and almost doing nothing. And when the night came, or the evening came, I was feeling a little bit better. Heather from Link is my homeboy, she often do lives on Instagram. So she did a live, so I joined her, and I found out that I wanted to do the baby sampler. I want to try and get this finished soon because the baby is due date is 7th of September, so that is closing in really fast. So I did stitch some more on that. Here you can see I stitched down here. This is the edge, this is the last leaf on this row. They're all jumbled up, that's why I say row, because it's not fully a row. And I have worked some leaves further down, and I think this is all on the bottom of the leaves because I plan to go with the leaves all around. Get to work on the tree that is going to go further down, and after I have like gotten the leaves around the edge, then it's just filling in with leaves inside here. And then I know I have everything counted correctly for the tree and the bird in the tree. So if I make a tiny mistakes on one of the leaves, then I won't care as much. But now I am very picky about getting them 100% correct, so the counting is correct. So that's that. And last up is my QS Huggable. First, I thought that I wouldn't have much to show you. I'm just taking this out of the frame for you, so look at that back, huh? Back shaming. Actually, it's not that bad. But I do park, so some threads are going a long way around. So, as you can see, I'm just using, this is fleece that I had some fabric laying around that was fleece, and I cut it up to have as protection. The Q-snap. So I didn't think I would have much stitching done on my QS Huggable because I had managed to get the 200 stitches a day, not 200 stitches, but the 2 10 by 10 blocks a day finished. So, and if you remember from last time, I was closing in to a page finished, the partial one. And that got finished on the 19th because I had one, the 19th was a really good day, and the 18th, so I just worked a bunch and got that page finished. There wasn't that much confetti, so it went fairly fast. So after that is when it slowed down. But yesterday, after coming from the doctor's office, I took my foot, set it up high, and just relaxed in my stitchy chair and started working on my QS huggable. I was listening to an audiobook. I am doing the Glass of Throne series that Michelle Bendy recommended. So I finished the first book, and then I am on my second book. And I have also bought the Sherlock Holmes collection. So I actually think I was listening to Sherlock Holmes that day. Just because I was in that mood. Sometimes I like good mystery books, and sometimes I'm reading more fantasy. So usually I always have one mystery and one fantasy book on the go that I read, like when I feel like it. So back to QS huggable. So yesterday I had a really good day. I got over 1,000 stitches. I finished over 10 blocks in that day, so that was amazing. And here he is now. He is looking so good. So as you can see, I will try to hold him up. I finished this page on the 19th. Then I started working here on his belly, and I had almost nothing done until yesterday, where I had a row up here that was not completed, not a row, a 10 by 10 block, and all of this was not completed, and I also did a row down on the next row, and you can see this next row is going about here. You can see the line, so there's not much left to finish that row because I did so much yesterday. So, and yesterday it was purely a joy to work on, because I worked here where there is a lot of block of color, and I worked up here where it is confetti. So what I did, these colors are the same going here. So I did a little bit confetti with the floss that I had, and when I was finished with the thread, I jumped over and worked it my parking way, worked it in the blocks of color and so on. Did a little bit of the green, did a little bit more confetti on the brown, did a little more brown, did a little bit on the cup, and it just, in all honesty, I didn't stitch that much because I was in a total, I used 2.5 hours getting to the doctor's office, being at the doctor's office, having to wait, because that always takes over an hour, getting the consultation with the doctor, then leaving, having to wait for my ride. My in-laws has been superb this week. They have been so nice, driving me all over to the doctor's office and so on when I have needed it. They are amazing. So I had to wait for them, which is fine. They were driving me when, if not, I had to walk. And then coming back. So So I think I stitched for about 2 hours or so. After coming home, I started to make dinner. I didn't like stand on the kitchen all day. I just put the casseroles and with water and everything, and I just sat on the kitchen with my foot up high. It was something that you don't need to like stand on the kitchen all day to make. So I did that, and then my husband and son come home, we ate, and then I stitched a little bit while my son watched child's TV before going to bed. It's the thing we do in Norway. That's like everyone is grown up with watching child's TV right before bedtime. So I got a little, I think I got a little hour there, so we're up to 3 hours of stitching. And then in the evening, after my son was in bed, I took some new painkillers that I think I had an allergic reaction to, so that did not go well, but luckily it was a reaction that made the painkillers go fast out of my system. So I watched Link is my homeboy doing a live Instagram, and then I stitched, but I didn't get that much stitching in, and I went early to bed. I went to bed before 10, like 9:30 or something. So I think I only had like 4 hours of stitching, and I managed to do 10 blocks, and that has to be a record. So here's where I'm at with my US huggable. So that was my whips. Over to plans. So my plan going forward is stitching on the baby sampler that I need to get finished. Of course, working every day on my US huggable until that is finished, and if I keep up this speed, it will be finished long before the challenge. So then I need to find another hay to use in the challenge to still be in it, but that's fine, that's no problem. I do not think I will get my US huggable finished like before next time, even though I have only 7 rows left. So if I do a row a day, then it will. If not, then not. Most likely it will not, so don't worry. The whips that got chosen in my arbitrary August, my plan is to, when the US huggable is too much, or since I'm stitching every day, when I'm feeling that, okay, now I'm not feeling this so much when stitching, because sometimes I can stitch all day on it, sometimes I stitch 1 or 2 hours and I'm like, okay, this is enough. Then I change. Then I will try and stitch on my baby sampler, and if I'm not feeling that, because that is boring in the way that I don't like baby pink, and there is a lot of baby pink leaves in that one. So yeah, so when I'm not feeling that, I will work on the whips that I haven't worked on from the arbitrary August. They will be prioritized from now and until the 30th. And the ones I am including in that is my Final Fantasy VII, Being Inspired, and Alice Sleeping on a Clock. So I will try to stitch at least one day on each of those. Most likely they will be stitched on now this weekend because it's the Stitchathon. Because when it's the Stitchathon, I have to, on the Friday, as today, I have to say this, and this whip I will work on this weekend. And post picture of where I am. Then on Sunday, I post picture of how far I come, how many stitches I did, and that's the Stitchathon. So I need to count my stitches while stitching also, that's important. Almost forgot that one time, and that was not fun, going back and trying to figure out how much you actually stitched. And the 31st, that will be next time I see you. It will be my birthday, so hope you will join my birthday sal. So it will most likely start after I have filmed. So I hope that day I can get to film. If not, I will maybe try and film on Tuesday and post it on Friday. So we'll see. And this video I will have to see if gets posted today, Friday, or Saturday, because sometimes the editing and the uploading can take some time. And our internet is connected to fiber, so usually I have a very good internet, but they are digging on that side of the house, that side of the house, and that side of the house. So that means that our internet has been really bad lately. Suddenly it just disappears, and then like 5 minutes later it's back again. So and that can really mess up your uploading time. So we'll just have to see. I'm not stressing about it or anything. I also, if I get a lot of stitching time this coming week, I have finally kitted up my Mulan and Let It Go. I found out that the sky blue was perfect for Mulan, and the navy blue, I had a good feeling, was perfect for Let It Go. That's the pattern by Frigid Stitch. I will most likely have inserted a picture of them if I can find them. And one of the days, I think maybe it was Sunday or something. No, Saturday maybe. I was sitting and just finding silks for you that I want to use. So this one I'm pretty sure is some of the colors in Let It Go, and the other one is in Mulan. So I also want to try and start those, because it would be nice to finish that series, and I really love, sorry for the crinkling, I really want to get that series done, and I love working on it. I love how it's stitched up. I love working with the silks. I love seeing my conversion come to life and being so good, because I really think it's good, and it gives me a good feeling to be proud of something I have done. I am grown up in a house where you're not supposed to be proud of anything you do. You're just doing it, and if other is giving you credit for the things you do, then you should thank them and take it with a smile, but you should never let it go to your head. So I have always struggled to be proud of the things I have done that are really good. Like, look at my cute circle ball, because we all want to look at him again. It looks amazing, and I have done that. I haven't shorted the picture or anything, but I am the one stitching it, and it looks amazing. So I think that's one of the things I really love with my stitching, that I'm really happy with it myself. So it just gives me some confidence about that I can actually make something and be good at it. So yeah. Next up is stash acquisitions, and stash unload. I got this booty thread kit, so now I have two, and I also really want to start one of these. And my plan for these was actually trying to dye some fabric myself and either use the one that it comes with, or that I use the one I have dyed myself, and the other one do this as a giveaway when I'm finished and send it off with the fabrics dyed for the person who wants it. But I want to start everything. I want to sprinkle all of the stitchy kindness, and I need to finish something that is not a PDF to be able to do that. So it will come in the future, I promise. Next up is something non-stitchy. Jennifer Upton. She is also a Flosstuber. Channel name is Jennifer Upton. She is our lovely saleswoman of Color Street. And in Norway you can't order Color Street because they do not ship to you. But because Jennifer is so awesome, I was able to buy the nail polish strips from her, and she sent me. So I have a pair of Color Streets that I am going to try out soon, and I got also these samples, so that will be really, really fun. I'm so glad she was able to send them to me. So thank you, Jen, if you're watching. Then Crafty Lisa, also on Flosstube. She is I just love watching her. I don't think I ever have shouted her out, but she is one of my faves. When she comes out with a video, I will always try to get to it as fast as possible. and she has started doing a series about some other crafts also. One of them being kamohimo. I hope I say that correctly. So she is selling kamohimo starting kit on her Etsy shop. You can see the name right there of her Etsy shop. And I bought the one for just the braiding and the one with the beads kamohimo starting kit. So I am really looking forward to getting to these, and I have already opened them and watched the instructions. She has made it themselves and they look amazing. So really looking forward to starting kamohimo, and those might be some really good Christmas presents. So, and then my flosses from Victoria Motto Sampler shop came in. I am subscribing to the limited edition that is not primitive, and I'm doing 6 of the colors a month. So I get 2 months at the same time. So this is July and August. So in July we got this lovely Christmas in July. This is actually one of the colors I am thinking of using for Linky's, my homeboy's birthday salve. She is doing, it's called the Black Pearl by the Primitive Stitcher. Her birthday is 10th of October, I think. I hope I said that correctly. And I will link the hashtag here and below. So Christmas in July, a lovely, lovely red color. Sampler green. Dried carnation, pink one. Rocky Mountains, a green. Tiki orange. That is actually a really good orange color. And Sampler lace, which I was very happy to get because it's not a white but more maybe like an off-white color. It's true to what it shows up. And usually when you get floss you only get the colors like red, green, orange, purple and so on, and you get little of gray and black and something similar to white. So I am really glad I got that because I have no problem stitching with white, and when I do a conversion like I have done with my bell and I Got a Dream by Frigid Stitch, it was really hard to get like white and those colors for the conversion, because when I do a conversion I usually like to only use one kind of floss in the whole picture. So love those. And August we had copper orange, fading peach, sunset rays, vivid magenta. Love this color. Dacial blue. This is, I think, one of my favorites so far. This electric blue color. It's amazing. And green goblet. And this is also a green color that I like. I'm very picky about green, and this is one of the ones that I really do like. So that was those. I heard someone saying that they had started Victoria Motto and wasn't happy about there was a lot of green they had gotten, and I can agree that these 2 months have been a lot of green and orange. So, but that's usually not what she does. So hope that in September and October we can get some more of other colors. So that was that one. And lastly, I blame this on Michelle Bendy. She said that Cathy Barry had sale on some of her patterns that is going out of print. And first I was like, she's doing prim. I don't think I like anything from her, but I went to see anyways. And I found that I already had this on my wish list. Time Enough, it's called. And I really like this one. So I bought it. And I also found 2 more patterns that I liked. This little gift. I just think it has a really cute saying. It says, "Accept this little gift from me, and may you ever happy be." So I thought that was a really cool pattern to stitch and give to someone. So bought that one. And she had Good Intentions, which says, "Myself am made entirely of floss stitched together with good intentions." So it's a stitching pattern, and I don't like the colors that much, but I will just change them up to be mine colors, and it will be amazing. So really like that pattern. So, and that's my haul. This has become a fairly long one. From now on, I am thinking, as long as I don't accidentally show my address to everyone on the internet, or something like my husband suddenly walks in, or I get a phone call or anything, that I will not edit anything out anymore, because it takes such a long time. So what I will do is I will go through, insert pictures before and how it will look like on my whips. And if I have said I will insert some hashtags, I will insert them. Like for my birthday Sal, and Link is my homeboy's Sal. And yeah, I don't think I will do much more than that. If there is anything you're wondering, just leave me a question and I will answer that. Today I haven't been myself, so I usually have tried to be good at telling you what fabric I am stitching on. So I will also, you will have seen that most likely inserted also, so you know fabric and so on. And as I said, please leave a comment. I am really enjoying talking to you all. I love all my comments. I have a pretty good chunk of people that is commenting almost every time or every time. and that is amazing. I love talking to you. You know who you are if you're one of those people. So thank you so much. And I will try to get this uploaded today. If not, you will see it on a Saturday. And thank you for hanging out with me. You have already made this week much better. So yeah, try to do the best I can for the rest of the month and hope it gets an amazing month. So I will see you either on Thursday or Friday when it's my birthday. And yeah, if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. I think last time I saw I had 460 something subscribers, so we are getting close to a giveaway, and that one will be fun. The whole thing I'm gonna do will be revealed when I reach 500, so stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Bye!